to get along with these two new guys on the spaceship. They're both a gourd and a squash. And they're like, oh, we're never going to get along with these guys. And then they run into a popcorn planet, and they're like, I know how we can befriend this gourd and squash. They're chubby, so they should get sent out of the ship to go eat the popcorn planet, and then we're friends with them because they had use to us.
What's the biblical teaching of that?
I can be your friend, ba ba ba. I can be your friend, ba ba ba.
Oh, that's the teaching.
Yeah, that's what Jesus said. Corinthians 18:60.
Right, Corinthians, of course.
Corinthians.
No, you're so right. All right. Welcome, everybody, back to the Ruby Desert. My name doesn't matter because I don't exist here in this fantasy land. In this world so far away from our own, there is no Cal. Where is he? Dead. He couldn't grow enough corn. He died in the desert. Why did he go to the desert to try to grow corn? No one could figure it out. However,
that's what.
We do have some characters who, despite their best attempts, are still alive. Vidro, Gozzler, and Rahim, the heroes, of at least a caravan, which is cool.
I'm a hero.
You're a hero in the sense. You're brave. You're cool.
Is good.
Yeah, your muscles massive. Our brave heroes last time were instructed by one Adam Wallace, the head of the Guild of Iron and the ruling class, that one guy of Jaryn Guar. He rules.
I love it.
Only one sense of the word. He's not cool. He's not sick like us. However, so you did talk to him, and he did give you a little bit of a job. He told you about something called the Belfast Core. The Belfast Core is a navigational device similar to the arcane cores that are used inside of all of these ships going in and out of Jaryn Guar. Again, these large flying machines that, although they move fairly slowly, slower than any traditional ship on the waves, they can move across the ground and they don't get waylaid because they're in the sky, which is really useful, especially when you gotta, like, I don't know, go over a bunch of mountains to get anywhere. So these ships are incredibly important to the future industry of Jaryn Guar being able to trade with the outside world. The Belfast Core is a particular arcane core that was enchanted by each of the different elemental planes, which house the Jinn, a species of creature that live in their own sort of areas, like fire Jinn, water Jinn, so on and so forth. This Belfast Core, as it's been called, was enchanted by all these different families of the prime planes by a dude named Hesnerak, who was a wizard and is now dead. Hesnerak then died before he could either disclose the whereabouts of said core or do whatever it was he was going to do with it. So Adam Wallace, wanting to get it but not wanting to let other powers at be know that you're getting a core. He doesn't want them to know that he has it at the very least, or that it exists. So he gets a ragtag group of adventurers to go and find it. You went to Hesnerak's tower, and after a lovely conversation with Amir Slanir Rex, you found yourself a locked box beneath the floorboards where Hesnerak fell. You then very swiftly exited the wizard's tower and started making your way down the street. Who has the box?
I think I had the box because I ran out with it in my cloak.
I almost never hold items. Not for
Fair
my
enough.
dainty little hands.
Okay, Rahim's hands canonically are too dainty to hold items. Good to know. You are walking, Vidro, and you are holding I believe you have the lockbox tucked under your robe. And as you are getting away from the tower and you feel your heartbeat kind of returning to normal after such a, maybe not dangerous, but some skullduggery, You realize that that thrumming is not coming from inside your chest. Very quietly, but definitely perceptible. The box itself seems to be giving off this that is sort of vibrating against your chest.
When you tried to make a noise, it made no noise.
Oh, it went like that.
That's good.
Thank you.
Have I ever heard a noise like this before? Is this sound like a creature or
you are familiar at this point with the weave and how magic works. It kind of gives you a sense of magical energy pulsating out of something. Like it is the container that it's in is having a hard time almost holding it, and magical energy is like escaping outward.
I see. Okay. So we're about a safe distance from Hesner.
Yeah, you walk until you feel you are comfortable enough away to not be in the eye of Amir Slanir Rex. However, you do find yourselves kind of right now in the middle of the market district. There are people walking around, bumping into each other, jostling you guys. It does not seem to be the most private of areas to maybe have this conversation.
Oh, sorry.
We could take it to the little room in the inn we have and take a little peep session at it.
Yeah, we could also go to that. We could also go to that other room. No, that's a bad idea. Never mind. I thought about it. Thought about it for a second. That was a bad idea.
Okay, I'm gonna use the message cantrip to discreetly notify Gozzler and Rahim that we're gonna bring it back to the room, because I don't want any potential followers.
Okay. Yeah. You send this little message. What does it look like when you cast the spell?
I think I have to point at them. So under my cloak, I've got the box in one hand, tucked in like a small baby child.
Okay.
And I'm like, Gozzler, we're going to head back to the inn, okay? And then Gozzler can say something back.
I get this about like on my last leg. My leg's probably broken.
Oh, that's right. You have 1 health, don't you?
Yeah.
Gozzler is just like has a nosebleed, has a black eye. His like skull is slightly convexed on one side, like where a stare clocked him. He looks so bad.
I'm just limping along. Can do.
Forgot how broken you were. And then I'm gonna go, Rahim, just so you know, we're going to head back to the inn. I think we need to get Gozzler some rest before we do any more skullduggery.
I like nod in public.
No one seems to notice.
I message cantrip again and I say, you could just respond using the cantrip, right?
I think of a nod.
Vidro, your head absentmindedly nods, which feels very strange, but you get the message.
Oh, God. All right, I'm gonna make our way back home.
Okay. Can I get your guys' passive perceptions, please?
Oh, it's assuredly bad.
11.
10.
I don't know why I rolled the dice. It's 13.
I think you had 12.
Okay.
13, yeah.
The three of you, out of the corner of your eye, spot a familiar figure watching from the crowd. They are not in an alley or anything. It seems to be the same individual with that large dusty robe and the mask over their face. Seems to be following you, and although you don't catch a lot of glimpses of them actively tracking you, every couple of minutes you'll kind of look around and you'll see them in a new position, still keeping their gaze just at your group.
I got spell slots to burn. I'm gonna place a little hand on my chest, and cast a little bit of a detect thoughts.
Ooh.
And
I was worried it was gonna be like fireball.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. No,
Gozzler kills himself. Just.
And I am not gonna use the action to learn what I want to learn about his thoughts. I'm just gonna try and get like whatever like surface level steez is going through this guy's head.
Yes. Let me check the range on that. Let's see. Detect thoughts, self. 30 feet. He is definitely not that close. He is like
Gotcha.
very clearly keeping distance. However, actually, I'm not gonna let you expend the spell slot. You'd have to. I would say if you want to roll like a stealth to try to sneakily get closer to cast this, you could do so.
I will try to, just because I don't think that he's gonna kill me for it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Roll stealth.
Getting a little closer.
Gotcha. That's gonna be click this little guy, and that's gonna be a fucking 4.
A 4. You take a step towards them, and they just into the crowd, like immediately backslide and are gone from your vision.
Darn
it.
And we all noticed this man, right?
Yes, you all noticed him. You noticed Gozzler, like, kind of looking over and about to take a step, and then the figure retreating away.
I'm gonna, once again, discreetly as I can, under my cloak, message both Gozzler and Rahim, and I'm gonna say, all right, we've obviously got somebody tracking us. I'm going to go invisible. I'll meet you at the end.
Oh, what do we do? What do I do specifically?
I messaged Rahim again. I don't know. Just pretend that I'm not here.
Okay.
But I'll be still here with you. I'll just be invisible.
If there like, am I responding in your brain or out loud?
Yeah, in my brain. Like
Okay.
you're whispering, and it gets sort of like sent to me like a satellite dish.
Wouldn't they notice if you disappear if they're specifically watching us?
Vidro thinks for a second as he continues his stride. Perhaps you're right. I guess we have to continue on our way, and hopefully, and I'm making sure to message both Rahim and Gozzler. We gotta continue on our way, and hopefully we can ditch this man. Do we want to try splitting up?
that seems like a good idea.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
Wait, no! Gozzler is not going on his own. I'm going with Gozzler.
Oh god. What? No, this gives me a good idea. I'll cast invisibility on you, and then you could follow Gozzler.
Okay, but do they know that you have it?
They wouldn't know that I have the box. Unless
Okay.
A couple of people like shove into you guys in the middle of the street, and they're like, "Can you fucking move?" And then walk back. You're just like in the middle of like there are hundreds of people trying to like streamline. You're like in the middle of like a busy New York street, just standing absolutely still, pointing at each other as you send like messages in your head.
Whatever we get to do, we have to do it quick before this crowd tramples us.
Okay.
And I am going to reach over and touch Rahim on the shoulder and cast invisibility.
Okay, Rahim, you watch as your skin and clothing fade away into nothingness, and it's kind of an eerie feeling as you look down and you're same height, but there's just nothing there. Like you just can't see anything at all.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's get to it then. And I immediately take a hard left.
Okay.
I follow Gozzler.
Okay, Gozzler starts stumbling off in his own direction as Vidro takes his way off to the side. Are you guys? What is the sequence of events look like as you both go off on your merry ways to, I guess, sort of go around and meet back at the tavern?
Well, you mean like just like starting off, or like in general?
Like, are you sneaking? Are you running? Are you like looking around? Is there anything? Or are you just gunning it?
I'm gonna try and keep a general pace with the crowd.
Okay. All right. So you're moving. Same with the other two, or are you guys doing anything specific?
I'm gonna try and cause a fuss.
Oh, a fuss.
Fireball!
To make fucking Vidro's goal a little bit simpler here.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is nothing like too crazy, but I am going to because I expect that this might work for at least like a second. Make a minor illusion of just like a box, like a big old crate of droplet coins in the middle of the road.
Okay. Roll a stealth as you cast this.
Okay.
Not necessarily that you're trying to be super sneaky, but just to see how many people notice that you are casting this spell.
Okay. That one is a 14.
Okay. You watch as this box of coins. I guess, how big can you make a minor illusion?
So it's 5 by 5 by 5.
Oh, okay. So you make a pretty sizable little crate, and you, I guess, have just blood coins spilling out. Ooh. And several people like go to like almost like it appears in front of people, and they like almost trip through it and kind of stop. And they're like, the fuck is that? And they kind of go to touch it, and soon an entire small crowd of people are kind of around this box, and they kind of wave their hands through it. Somebody's playing a prank on the market! Who's doing that, huh? These are fake! There's no coins here! And you watch several people pull out daggers and start looking around, like, kind of pissed off.
I like guard Gozzler with my invisible self.
You feel Rahim's breath on your shoulder as he like mama birds over you.
And so then I'm gonna pipe up. Whoever did that should be. We gotta find them. It's there. We gotta get them.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
That did sound pretty convincing.
Okay, so the lower number.
We gotta find the guy who did this.
Okay, so the higher of the two numbers is a 16.
You watch as several of them kind of look around. Yeah, we should get them! And you watch as this little group of figures start to, I guess, march around, like, grabbing random people who look kind of wizardly and being like, hey, are you casting the spell? Nah, I'm not casting a spell, I'm sorry, I'm just here to buy my knickknacks. And you've successfully caused quite a ruckus in the middle of the market square.
Let's go!
I think that in the preceding time, in between me going to the reconnaissance, like the not reconnaissance, the rendezvous situation is gonna be joining this little like little lynch mob for a little while.
Okay. You, through the mist, through the woods, follow these, this little mob. Several people have torches, which is weird. It's very hot out and in the middle of the day, but they are, looking around. And, like, now it's like there are even, like, children getting, like, drawn into this and, like, looking under stuff. Like, everyone is just looking for this random mage who made a box of blood coins. There's just this weird fervor of people around now as like the mob mentality starts to get more and more. You watch as from the Guild of Iron, several of the automatons start to roll off of their pedestals and roll down the stairs kind of on these sort of skiff/wheels. And as they enter into the crowds, they start speaking all in different languages at once. You understand at least a few of them, and they're saying, relax, there is no threat. If there is one, we will find it. And they start like patrolling through the streets, questioning people about what the threat is.
What is the threat?
That's what they say before they get you. Scatter.
Roll, you know what? Roll persuasion against their intimidation.
Oh
Scatter!
no! I got a nat 1 for a total of
Like,
5.
Everyone in this crowd kind of all look and finally see who's saying this, and it's a little beat the fuck up gnome. And they kind of look over at the robots, and then the gnome, and several of them kind of snuff their torches in the sand kind of sadly.
No!
And the guards kind of come over and start questioning. Gozzler, one comes up to you. Have you seen a disturbing citizen?
Yeah, someone made a box of coins and then hit me.
Where is the hitter?
I don't know anymore.
They reach into their chest and like a little slot opens up and there's a small wooden carved coin and like made out of teal teak, and it puts it into your hand. Here you go, small child and or small man. Thank you for cooperation. And then it just starts going away.
Thank you for the coin. That was very kind.
Whoa, free coin. Let's go.
Oh,
we could do a magic trick in the marketplace where I hold the coin and move it around.
Whoa.
oh.
That'll be a real distraction.
Yeah, that's how you get them.
That's how you get them.
All right. Give me. That was okay. Gozzler and Rahim, what are your passive perceptions again?
11.
10.
Okay. You guys, the three of you all make it back to the sunken ore unaccosted. Rahim, you like open the door to walk into the tavern and everyone kind of looks over and sees Gozzler kind of standing in the doorway. It seems to not have opened the door himself, but people kind of nod and go back to their drinks. I'm guessing you guys are going right up to your room?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Inside your room, you close the door behind you, and soon the three of you make it back around the same time, and you are now three idiots in a room with a box, and one of you is invisible.
Can you make me not invisible? Oh, thank God.
Got it.
So, you'll never believe what Gozzler decided to do, but I think it worked out okay.
What
Are you gonna guess?
Oh, I have to guess. Well, I would say probably Gozzler. What did you do? Just talk to a merchant about some kind of historical thing, or you seem to like history. You probably didn't do anything too rapscallion, did you?
I thought a lynch mob might be slightly more distracting.
And it was. It was.
God. Oh God.
It all worked out in the end.
Gozzler, you realize how much attention you dragged to yourself.
Yeah, to me, but not to you. Oh.
I gestured to the room that we are currently both sitting in.
No, but you don't understand. The fuss ended, and then I was no longer the center of attention, and so none of us are.
Yeah, and tell him about the coin.
Oh yeah, a cop gave me a coin.
It's teak. Steel teak. It's nice.
What are the coins for? I don't remember getting that brief in the criminal justice system.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it means that I'm a very good citizen.
Yeah, he said like a good little guy, like a good child, like a nice little child guy. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Odd. Well, hopefully it'll keep it handy in case we get arrested again.
Yeah, maybe it's a get out of jail free card or something. I don't know.
That's right. Get out of jail without getting your blood sucked out of you.
It's a bribe. It's a bribe coin.
That's
must
true. Okay. I'm extremely. You know how I am. I'm very curious about this box. So let's crack it open.
All right. I whip it out and I just sort of like slap it on one of the tables in the room.
Yeah, there's a small nightstand. You plant the box on top of it.
All right, who wants to be the first to open the box? And I take 2 ginger steps backwards.
I step back at the same time.
Well, I will do it. I know that if my very small and frail body is harmed by it, you will leap in to protect me.
Okay, I'll open it. I'll open it.
I think Gozzler was very excited about it. You love artifacts, don't you, Gozzler?
No. If I will relinquish my right to open the box first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not to steal your fun, but I thought about it, and I think it would be mean to make you open it, so I'm gonna open it.
Gozzler's looking at you like a wet dog. Like one of his eyes is like puffed shut at this point. He just looks so sad.
Can I do an investigation check for any potential ill effects that will happen if I touch or open this?
Yeah, roll investigation.
Yahoo! Aw, man. Hang on. 12.
With a 12, you looking over the box, you see very firmly in the front are 2 padlocks that are sitting nice and closed over the box itself. The box seems to be made out of a pure sterling silver, this beautiful embossed framework. And although you don't know what they mean, you can also see etched into both the box and the locks are runes of some kind that thrum very softly.
Ooh. It looks like it's locked, so, does anyone know how to pick a lock? I don't believe I do.
I can inspect the humming locks at the very least to see if it's humming with like a nice thing or if it's humming with like, for example, a small charm that would make anyone who attempted to pick the lock like turn into like slime or something.
Yeah, I don't want to turn into slime.
Maybe
we should take a long rest before we even fuck with the box.
God, you don't think that perhaps the keys to these locks are somewhere in that tower, do you?
Oh my god, if we have to go back there, I wouldn't mind that.
I think time might be of the essence.
That's also true.
I suspect this seems important and therefore critical. Let me take a little looky-loo at it, and I'm gonna start to cast Identify on this, on the runes.
You have to touch it to identify, right?
I have to touch it, yeah.
As you touch the box and begin to pour the weave into it, picking at its secrets lying just beneath the metal,
I should have made Arson do it.
To feel a tingling sensation. I need all 3 of you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
This isn't good!
Or no, sorry, intelligence saving throw.
Is this a saving throw against magic?
It is a saving throw against magic.
I have advantage on those.
Very nice. It is intelligence.
Oh, intelligence.
I misspoke.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Could I use Arcana?
No.
It's a saving throw. So.
I got a 26.
Very nice.
Wow. 12.
10.
Ooh.
Gozzler, you feel something grip your mind and begin to tear at your gray matter. Something is poking and prodding into the very thoughts that make up you as a person. And in a moment, through sheer will and like knowledge of what spell is trying to be cast upon you, you steel yourself and you begin to feel the magic starting to wither and die off of you. Your friends seem to be looking around, very confused. My 2 fellow compatriots in the room, you don't know who you are, you don't know who these people are, and you have no idea what's going on.
I ready my quarterstaff for combat.
Oh no!
You watch as Vidro defensively raises his quarterstaff, kind of looking at the 2 of you.
God, I don't know who you are or how you managed to get me into this room, but I swear to God, I will get out of here if it's the last thing I do.
The box is...
What box?
The box right on the shelf. There's a box on the shelf. The box is on the shelf. Observe that this is a true thing, and I've told you something that is correct and also true.
I half-heartedly raise my double-bladed scimitar and give this look of are we friends? Okay.
Now,
I hold out my staff towards Gozzler as I circle. I keep him at a distance and circle towards the box.
observe that I am the only one of us who is harmed.
The figure in front of you is a very beat the piss up gnome.
Did we do that? Did I do that? Did one of us do that?
The stairs did that in an act of teamwork with you.
I wouldn't trust him one bit.
Well, I don't know you.
Mm.
And I don't know you.
Hi.
Is there anything I can do about this?
At the moment, you try to recall the people around you. You try to recall yourself, and it is purely blank. There is nothing there. You cannot think of formative experiences of your life. You know to an extent how to do things. If someone was how do you hammer a thing? You would understand basic things, but when it comes to details about your life, it just starts to fuzz out whenever you try to focus on specifics.
Okay, new plan.
I'm really freaked out.
We're taking a field trip. This was not planned. The box did this to you. Okay, you don't have to do anything. I simply would I would simply request as a friend that what I'm gleaning is that there's a problem of communication here. Magic rune on the box makes the pals act wacky. This is a thing that happens in the course of nature. And that is why I think that we need to go for perhaps a church of some sort to have a sick perversion of nature make you better again. Because I can't do anything about it. And I can't make you do anything about it because as we have covered the land of, you are my friends.
I don't have any friends, I don't believe. I was little man. I'm sorry you fell down the stairs or whatever, but I don't belong here.
I think that you should sleep. You don't look good, and where did I get these? Did you do that, or? And also, why don't I have legs?
I was just about to ask that. Did you take her legs?
I did not take your legs.
And his legs.
And I did not take your legs, and I am your friend. These are both things you are both lacking information about.
All right, I can believe that I've made a friend.
Exactly. I would say that you're perhaps not very good at that all the time, but you are good enough at it that you've made at least 2 friends. We've all made at least 2 friends each.
That's awesome. Okay.
I don't know if I go that far because I'm in a room with 2 people I don't know, and an inn, and I look. Can I see out the window at this point?
Yeah, there's a glass window leading out, looking over the desert that has a small balcony you can kind of step off onto. It's not really a window. It's like a what do you call it? The glass doors, I guess. There's another name for it, but I can't remember it. But it lets you onto a small terrace.
Oh yeah.
And I have no idea how I even got to this godforsaken place. And I gesture out the window.
It's sandy.
Yeah. Okay. I can only handle what we're at right now. And the only thing I care about right now is that you look like you're gonna die. And so I don't know why you want to take us on a field trip. That's very confusing to me. Maybe we could all just take a nap, and then we'll feel better.
Okay. Well, okay. Consider the following. We are currently holding a box which, based off of current events, we can glean to understand has some very powerful magic within it. You would not know this because this happened mere moments ago before the touching of the box, which was, of course, a thing that happened, which has caused the current situation in which we are, which is that there is something very important inside the box. We are being followed by people who care about the box. We are in the employ of someone who cares about the box. And this is all secondary. This is all secondary. Would you or would you not make the assumption that whoever you are, you normally remember things?
Do you think if I touch it again, it'll work? I touch the box.
Oh no!
You place your hands on the box. Make me a intelligence saving throw. I'm just kidding. Nothing happens.
Oh,
No, I'm just
God.
kidding. Nothing happens to you. You touch the box. It's cold. Doesn't seem to do anything.
This is so confusing. I don't like it. I'm gonna lay down. I'm taking these things off.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, you instinctively pour out a bunch of sand onto the floor again.
I forgot where the thing was, so back to square one.
Gods. I am going to pick up the box.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep the box from these two strangers.
Okay, like I guess Vidro picks up the fucking box like Gollum and looks at the two of you suspiciously.
Gods, if you say this box did this to me, then this box is the only way of getting my memories back.
Which is why
Ah.
I would suggest that we take it to somebody who has more of an understanding of how various charms and affectations might work, such as a place of worship, or perhaps, if there was one, a society of the more magically inclined. As I gestured to my very big pointy hat, am magically inclined, yet not to the capacity that I can make people remember. If this was a problem of making people think, then I could perhaps do that, but making you remember is not something that this hat lets me do.
I immediately lash out with my quarterstaff. Oh, you don't have the power to make people remember, but could you have the power to make people forget?
I do not think so.
And put that down. He's clearly not doing anything. Like, look at him. Look.
He might not be doing anything, but he could have done something to us. Just so you understand that it's suspicious that he's the only one here who remembers what's going on.
It's not
Yes.
suspicious.
That's exactly what somebody who's
He doesn't-
suspicious would say.
He doesn't seem super enthused about it, you know, and he's trying to explain it to us slow. I feel like he's putting in an effort here. I don't know you. Nice to meet you. My name's... Doesn't matter right now. And the thing about that is that I think we might just have to go along with the one person that seems to have actual memories right now. And if you want, if he decides to kill us, I will make the first swing after the first swing. I'm quite good with this.
You seem like a trustworthy sort. I think I agree with that. But
Yeah.
one long move! Rat!
Yeah.
will stay firmly within your sight. I will not do anything to harm either of you. I'm not certain that I could. Now, would you please, simply so that someone scary doesn't come and like destroy us in our sleep, which is something that I am increasingly nervous of, let's go ask an adult.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, I suppose. Where are they? Is it safe to go outside?
Yeah, it's safe. It kind of sucks here. You're going to learn very fast that we're in a place that kind of sucks. It sucks a little bit in ways that are strange and interesting, but that are anthropologically, like, worth consideration. Now,
I don't like
Don't-
the dirt.
don't let anyone steal your blood.
What?
What?
Be careful of sand. And just please be nice to people.
Before we go out, I think introductions are in order. I am, and I look to the guy who knows everything.
You're Vidro. You
Hey.
are Rahim. These are your names. It's
Hey.
very good
Rahim.
and very cool. They're very good,
Rahim.
very interesting names that you have
As
because they're yours.
you speak their names, you watch as the box thrums with a glow, and suddenly, Vidro and Rahim, your memories are restored, save for one. You do not remember what that box is about. You don't remember going on a mission for it. You don't remember getting a job for it. Nothing about this box, except for finding it right now, is gone. But who you are has been returned to you in an instant.
Do we remember that we forgot?
You do remember you forgot. Yes, you have you have your memories of forgetting, and you know that there is a hole missing about the box, which makes you remember getting a job from Adam Wallace, but when you try to think about it, you have no idea what you went to go do.
We're back, by the way. We're back.
God.
I'm Rahim Monamiir.
Oh.
I know where these came from.
Hold on.
I know where my legs came from.
All right. So, you are in the room. Your memories are returned. Gozzler, thank God, your friends, they're back. However, there's a box in here, and you know that it made you lose your memories. Box.
Okay, everyone in the hallway. Arson, go stand on the box.
You want Arson to do what?
So, here's my plan as I have it. Touching the box causes funky steez to happen. So I'm gonna have my precious little bird friend do it for me, because I believe no matter who he thinks he is, he still has to do it.
That's so sad.
Okay.
And it is a spell with a ranged touch, so I can cast Identify through my little bird friend.
All right.
Wow.
You begin casting Identify, and through the weave, connecting both yourself and Arson, you once again feel a mental attack begin to writhe in your mind. Roll an intelligence saving throw, and roll one for Arson.
Even through the BIRD.
It's true.
This is concerning.
Okay, so this time for me, Gozzler, it's only a 22. However, for Arson, it is... he is currently one of these, which means that his int is not very good. I would go so far as to say it's a little bit bad. But he gets...
Say that about a bird.
Okay, so that's a 22 for Gozzler, and that is, I believe, a 3 for Arson.
Arson, as far as Arson is aware, is a bird. Likes to be a bird. And Gozzler is Gozzler.
Is his fiendishness no longer a thing in him right now?
Nah, he's still a mean bird, just by nature, I think.
Mean.
He's still kind of mean, but he just forgets that he specifically is mad at Gozzler sometimes. Now he's just mean generically in his head.
Arson!
Oh, you say Arson, and he shakes his head and looks at you with slightly more malice.
Okay, good. Everything is good and great. What do I learn about the box?
You are not able to finish an Identify spell when you are, you need to concentrate on this thing for a minute, and it is like psychically attacking you every time you try to do it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Look, how did we... I turned to Gozzler. How did we get the box here if we're not allowed to touch it?
So we're allowed. I think we're allowed to touch it. I just don't think we're allowed to try and mess with the locks or put magic into it. Oh, I think it was putting magic into it that might have been the issue. Actually, hypothetically speaking. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, actually, that kind of makes sense.
Here's the rub. If we give this to our mighty leader, our delightful little giver of tasks, he will probably just forget what it is for and not give us a reward. That's my understanding of the situation that we're currently in. He will forget about it. He'll say, why is there a weird box here? And maybe get stuck in a loop of, who am I? Although that could be actually pretty nice. Wait a second.
That kind of makes weird. It's kind of interesting.
What are you implying?
We could make Adam Wallace Adam No Morris Wallace.
Why would we want to do that? He's running this whole town.
Because he sucks incredibly badly.
He just kind of.
We can't just
listen,
forget people like that.
I mean, you're right, and I do appreciate that he live and gave me the letter. Like, he's definitely not, great, but not, I suppose, the worst person I've ever met. I don't know. Anyway,
I think that our two best options are either to bring it to him out of malice, so that we, cause political, So, honestly, it's perhaps a bit Machiavellian, to give him the box. Ethically, bad idea. We cannot tell him not to touch the box. He will touch the box if we bring it to him. I suspect this is the case.
All right, but can't we just tell him that the box makes you lose your memories?
I don't think he'd trust us. That is what I think.
I think he'd probably trust us enough. I mean, when it comes to magic, I mean, you are clearly knowledgeable, both of you. So I don't think, like me, the typical layman, I'm not gonna be like, wow, what are they? I assume similarly.
Right. I don't know why he wouldn't believe us, especially after we explained that I have no idea how he even got this box.
I'll go along with it. However, I do think there's a solid chance that we might be scamming ourselves out of a reward.
Well, then we just take the box if he doesn't remember it.
I guess, but I'm not sure the box would be of much personal use to us.
Any box
I
could
don't know
be
what to do with a
open.
Belfast. Do I know that I needed to get a Belfast Core?
You think of the Belfast Core, and you know what that is. You've been told what that is. But when it comes to the box and the Belfast Core, like putting those two thoughts together, like doesn't track in your mind.
Yeah, aren't we supposed to get the Belfast Core for
right.
Mr. Wallace? We got other tasks we gotta do. This box.
Oh, okay. So
other thing.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Right.
The problem, as it happens, is that we were sent for the Belfast Core. We went into the wizard's tower. I threw myself from the top of the staircase so that you could pluck the object that we know is connected to, if not simply is, the Belfast Core, which is, who remembers? Oh, I remember. This box, or inside this box, or perhaps inside this box is a little note that says where the Belfast Core is. Or perhaps this whole thing is a red herring and it just simply says, I hate you, love Esnarak.
But you're telling me we stole this box from Esnarak's tower?
Yes, we did. We were very good. We engaged in skullduggery.
God.
We were we stole it in front of his face.
We did? Are we on the run?
And quite frankly, it was very good. It was an excellent showcase of teamwork and friendship, and I love you all very dearly.
You know what? I also love you both. I think this has been a very good time for me.
And
making connections.
And I'm thankful for the bonding experience that this box has been for us, if only so that we may converse with one another to a good degree. Okay, so here's the situation. I'm going to flip a coin. Okay? Heads,
Right.
we take the coin to someone who knows how to handle, perhaps through divine means, what to do with the box. Tails, we're going to take it to Wallace, and he's probably going to just strip his brain bare, and that's going to be its whole own can of worms.
I really don't think we should take it to any kind of divine authority. They will misuse this power for sure. Because I've already pissed that other guy.
You didn't piss him off. It's just weird when you do things like that, and I think people find it weird. But I don't think you pissed him off.
He took it quite in stride. He seemed a little, personally grumpy, but he never seemed particularly boisterous.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I was more pissed than he was, and I'm fine, so.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I suppose that's good. Those are good options. I suppose we just flip the coin then, Gozzler.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's heads, then we'll do what you said. There's a 50-50 chance. I mean, surely it'll work in whoever's favor.
Hi.
I proceed to flip my little double-headed coin for the first time in this campaign.
Yes.
Okay, you flip your double-headed coin.
Oh, it says heads.
Can I roll an insight check to see if this?
You may roll an insight check.
That is a not great check. Insight is wisdom. I've got it. All right, so 11.
As a coin.
Oh, all right. And I guess that's decided then. We'll
Well,
go.
okay. Do we know who we should go to, or should I go like talk to the receptionist or something?
I was thinking either the weird tube fellows who seemed like they were perhaps 1 foot in the grave. Let me check my little book. I was thinking perhaps either the Temple of Cure, who you have expressed a disinterest in, so I will respect that.
All right.
In which case, look for the fellow with the pointiest hat.
Oh god. I mean, we could just ask around the marketplace, but it's gonna be hard carrying such a. I mean, if the cord is in this box, we can't lose this.
We could ask Leslie, right? I mean, she knows the town, and we could trust her. She's super trustworthy.
She is that. You are correct, and I like that idea.
I
Okay.
agree.
Let's go there?
I think we
Okay.
should go there at this exact moment.
Okay.
Agreed.
Hang on, I gotta put my legs on. Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Oh, I gotta dump the sand out first. Okay.
Nah,
what's
you
in
gotta
there?
you gotta dump the sand out, and there's no sand in it, and you kind of cock your head and remember that you did it when you had no memory, and that feels weird.
Interesting.
Wow, I already dumped sand out of this leg, guys. That's crazy. Okay, let's go.
That's
Crazy world.
wild.
That's why.
Damn, that's crazy.
Okay, so where are you guys headed to?
I think we're going to see Leslie.
Leslie.
we are.
Okay. You make your way back through the city streets, kind of eyeing around you as you go. You make your way to the correctionals facility, and sitting at a desk on the inside of the building at the sort of base of the stairs at a little desk is a halfling man with very, very red hair, and he turns and looks at you. Hey, how's it going? Can I help you?
Yeah. Would you be able to tell Leslie that Rahim and his friends would like to see her, and it's urgent? Well, okay. Just say very important. Maybe say urgent if you feel like that applies.
It is urgent.
Let me check my. He looks through a book and starts flipping over the logs, kind of looking over the schedule. She is a little busy at the moment. Could I take a letter or?
No. I need you to go look her in the eyes and tell her that Rahim specifically needs her.
But she's just gonna say no, and she's gonna send me back upstairs.
People will die.
It's always a life or death situation. Okay, all right. I will be right back. He hops off of his stool, walks around, and disappears down the stairs, only to emerge probably 2 minutes later, goes back around without saying anything, and sits in his chair. Can I get your names, please?
Yes, Rahim,
Mm-hmm.
Vidro,
Mm-hmm.
Gozzler.
Is that with 2 Z's?
It is with two Z's.
Okay, thank you. All right. Looks like our schedule has just opened up, so if you would like to just head downstairs
Thank you.
on the
I head
right.
downstairs.
Okay. You guys head down the stairs before making your way into a small ramshackle office where you see your old friend, Leslie Fairchild. For those who have not met Leslie Fairchild yet, Leslie Fairchild is a snow white tabaxi with very thick fur that wears a sort of, it's like a mix between a shawl and a, what do you call it, a poncho. Like just this sort of big fabric that rests over her, and she has a small clasp that holds it together, symbolizing that she is the sort of, I guess, pseudo-sheriff of this town. She looks up. Oh. She puts her pen down. All right. What trouble have you got yourselves into today?
We're on special assignment from Mr. Wallace.
Oh, good. A special assignment. And I'm sure that what you're going to tell me is fine and everything's going to be good and it's not going to make my job complicated at all, so, what is it?
We need to find a wizard who is discreet.
Yes, that.
Right. We've got a bit of a magical issue and we need some taken care of by somebody with more delicate magic than us.
Why are you asking me? Just go to Wallace if you're working for him. I'm sure he can find you a wizard.
I that's what I said, actually.
All right.
Well,
I mean, do you need this to be hush hush from him? Because I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Keeping secrets from Adam Wallace is a little makes me uncomfortable.
no, we're fine with him. I mean, don't like go out of your way to tell him, but don't keep it a secret. But really, we need a wizard that is politically aligned with him in a favorable way while also being discreet for personal investment reasons.
Then why are you asking me? I don't understand where I sort of fall into this equation.
You know a lot. You know the people in this place. I trust you most.
Alright, look, if you're looking for a wizard, best I can give you is to maybe go to the guild chain. There's a lot of adventurers who like to go about there. You could probably find yourself a wizard, although I can't imagine any that are going to be that much better than Gozzler here. At least experience-wise. Most wizards don't tend to last that long out in the desert. She kind of thinks for a moment. I suppose... Actually, no, I do know a wizard, now that I think about it. In the mercantile chain, there's a pop-up shop, another tabaxi. Big, rotund fella, has a bit of a weird accent. I don't know much about him. He comes in and out of the desert. He's one of the few traders I know that actually leaves the desert and comes back. He runs kind of a magical knick-knack shop. He's, I don't know, kind of got a squat head, usually has purple drapes over his kiosk. He should still be open now. You could probably catch him.
Thank you.
That's perfect.
You're welcome. Please don't use the fact that I am willing to see you during my very busy work schedule to come ask me questions about finding people that are not criminals. That's my job. If you want something from me, maybe make it something that's actually worth my talents.
I appreciate it regardless, and I'll make it up to you.
I will hold that to you, Rahim. Goodbye, everyone. You
Goodbye.
make your way out of the correctional facility and find yourself back in the guild chain.
Alright, so we gotta make our way over to the merchant zone.
Indeed.
Yeah, you take a walk to the mercantile chain. The day is kind of getting on now. It's probably 5 o'clock, give or take. So people are definitely shopping. It's pretty busy here. Why don't you guys roll me perception checks to see if you can't spot the figure she spoke about?
Can do.
I rolled quite bad. Apparently I got sand in my eye.
This guy's got sand in her eye.
You said perception?
Yes, perception.
I got a little 11.
11.
Yay! 4.
Gozzler?
Oh, I got a fat 3.
Oh,
I can have arson. I could have arson help.
You could have Arson do it if you want.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Let's go.
Bird moment.
Bird moment.
He's
Bird up.
He's
Bird
slightly
up.
better than I am. That's a 12.
12. With a 12, you do. It takes some time. You guys probably spend a good half hour out here in the middle of the Mercantile Guild, just sort of wandering aimlessly, trying desperately to find a stall with purple, which turns out a lot of stalls have purple in the desert. Believe it or not, it's a contrasting color to yellow. You eventually, however, do find a purple sort of silk kiosk, in of which is a very large tabaxi man wearing huge robes and has rings, multiple on each one of his fingers. Behind him are just shelves of random shit kind of haphazardly thrown onto them, and he bears a big smile and seems to be kind of rubbing his hands together and looking around, waiting for people to come and shop at his kiosk.
I guess I'll approach first since I've got the box. I walk up to the.
Hello, welcome to my kiosk. How can I help you today? My name is Guar. I am the progenitor of all things magical in the city. He gives you a wink.
Like, oh, it's good to meet you, Guar. I'm Vidro Beyz. And these are my companions, Gozzler and Rahim.
He
We've
bows.
come to you today in dire circumstances. So you see, we've come into possession of this box, and I hold out the box in front of me. Inside contains something that's very.
Don't touch it.
He puts his hands up.
If you touch it with magic, it makes you forget. It's a fun little trick box.
Oh, excuse me. He kind of goes to the side and starts plucking off several specific rings and puts them into a box and then shoves them underneath. All right, here, let me see.
All right.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. This is my shop. I'm not going to run.
That's true. I handed the box.
He takes it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you earlier, Brock.
No, you're good.
He looks it over, running his fingers along the outside of the box, and breathes deeply. Yes, I can smell powerful magics coming from this. This is a dangerous box, and whatever lies inside, I think might be a little more dangerous than what houses it. He kind of looks around. Please, he actually lifts a small sort of hatch on the side of his kiosk. Come into the tent, please. I believe that maybe we should talk about this in more private setting, yes?
Yes.
I agree. As we go in, I'm just going to take one last survey of the horizon, just to see if there's any suspicious figures continuing to follow us into this tent.
Roll perception.
Ooh.
So that is a critical failure.
Oh dear.
As far as you can tell, you're not even entirely sure if there's people out there.
God, I'm just so excited to see what's in this box. God. All right, I guess we have to go in.
Bodes
This
well.
is not the ambience I want. I want magic.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
Have we had ambience this whole time?
We
No,
have.
hold on. I gotta turn on the
I've
bot.
been playing it on my end. I forgot about the. I forgot
Yeah,
about
hold
the
on.
bot. Hold on, I got it.
No, I gotta turn it on.
DM listening to music.
I've been listening to music this whole time.
Oh
That's
my
so
god.
Fucking oops. It's okay. It was only one
Music
song.
Just a little treat for you.
Just a little treat
Alright.
for me. I like
The
it.
D&D bot is up and running.
Awesome.
Whoa.
I gotta turn it up.
Me too. There we go. He sits down. You see inside the tent, it is much bigger on the inside than it was on the outside. This sprawling, almost palace-like room with beautiful carpets, this sort of half table that you can kind of sit at with a long drape and a fancy crystal ball in the middle. There are shelves all across it with magical items glistening and gleaming in the light of floating blue candles that dot the room. And he says, "Welcome to my inner sanctum. Not many get to see the inside of my tent, but something tells me you've brought me something fairly interesting."
Well, I wish I could remember what was inside it, but I can guarantee you the box is interesting.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah,
Your friend mentions... You were made what?
Sorry, we were made to forget it, so he will be the most helpful, the one that looks extremely beat up.
I thought I recognized that smell, but it has been so long since I've dealt with any magics of this type that it is not familiar to me. He sets the box down onto a table. Right. Let me think for a moment. I'm trying to... yes! He runs over to a shelf and you watch as he pulls out a pair of gloves that seem to be made of, like, rubber and pulls them on over his hands and walks over, kind of wiggling his fingers. Alright, I am not sure if this is going to work. However, this should insulate me from the magics of the box, and thus, I should be fine. Now, I am guessing you have not been able to cast Identify on this, yes?
That would be correct. That is true.
Right. Oh, yes. Here we go. He snatches a potion off of a shelf and palms it into Gozzler's hand. This here is a potion that if I do forget myself and everything, that should bring me back up to speed, yes?
Of course.
Thank you. All right. He puts his hands on the box and closes his eyes. Ooh, it tingles. Ooh.
Oh, God.
Oh, it tingles in the butt. Oh, no. Let me roll a save for him.
If he forgets, I'm gonna not feel so good about that. Did we learn his name? Yeah, we learned his name.
What is going on? Where am I? Hello?
Oh, God.
God
This is a beautiful tent.
Hey, it's your tent.
It's my tent? Oh, in my
your
wildest
tent.
dreams, I never thought I would have a place this big.
You are probably just dehydrated. You should drink this.
Oh, well, I suppose I won't say no to a refreshing drink from a friend. He grabs it,
Friend.
drinks it. Oh, all right, so that didn't work. Fantastic. He smashes the potion on the ground. All right.
You don't think you're going to need that again?
Oh,
You're
please,
gonna hurt your foot.
I come to Jaryn Guar on a daily basis, basically. If I wanted to get more glass, I could get one for a pat on the back. Do you know how many people in this city owe me a favor?
God.
Many?
Well, you're about to have 3 more.
Yes, I am. He walks back over to the shelf and pulls a very, like ridiculously long staff out. All right, this is going to be a bit of a different one. This is going to channel the weave through all 4 of us. And hopefully, if we can keep our mental faculties together and everything correct, we should be able to withstand the effects of the charm and identify the box.
You know, this sounds like a good idea, but the 3 of us already got sort of shocked by this box at the same time. And
Oh yes, no. See, this. Think of the stick, kind of like a. You guys don't really do electricity here. It's like a.
electricity.
Imagine, if you will, this box is a small river, and you, when you try to touch it, the entire river rushes at you all at once, overcoming your senses, taking away your memories. If we act as dams, and all concentrate on slowing the rush of the weave, we should be able to each in our own right resist the effect, and then I will be able to complete my spell. Does this make sense? As long as we are all holding the stick, of course.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right. I'm ready.
This makes sense.
All right, everyone grab hold. And a bluey and a scooey, identify-dooey. And he touches the box. Everyone make me an intelligence saving throw with advantage.
Oh, I already have that.
Hey.
Okay?
Okay.
What'd you guys get?
21.
18.
12.
Bruh.
Everyone but Vidro is able to resist the effects of the spell. You all tighten your grip as you feel it begin to permeate your mind once again. And Vidro, you're holding a stick. That's weird.
I wouldn't remember anything about it.
You don't remember anything about the stick.
I flinch backwards and let go of the stick.
You let go of the stick, and as you do, a residual charge of magic strikes out from the back of the stick and smacks you in the chest. You take 3 points of thunder damage as it just slams into you.
Oh! God!
Oh!
Damn!
Is your friend all right?
God, who are you guys?
I think he's forgotten.
Oh,
Vidro, are you okay?
you feel a rush of memories return to you once again.
Do I remember why the box led us?
That's a box.
Okay, all right.
You remember that you were seeing a wizard about something, but that's a weird box.
I will immediately grab onto the stick again and try and help them continue the ritual.
Okay. A minute goes by, and he releases it off of the box and goes and sets it back on the shelf. He wipes his brow despite not having sweat because he is a cat, and comes forward. All right, well, I believe I have a diagnosis for you. This is a box of memories. Very simple magic, but very powerful. It simply connects to any magic being cast into it, and kinda just each stop, little delicious. And while it's having a snack, has a little snack on your memories as well. Now, it does seem that this particular enchantment, it seems that they've actually taken extra steps to make sure that it doesn't hurt anybody long term by, if you speak someone's name, their memories outside of the box will return to the rightful owner, and you should be fine. Outside of that, there is also a ward on the locks. I can't cast knock on them. It has a separate ward against physical interaction.
Oh, that was what I was going to suggest next.
If you try to pick the lock, fire will happen. I'm not really sure how much fire, but enough, really. I get a sense that there is something inside the box that is also incredibly powerfully enchanted. However, I can't access it without being able to physically touch the object. I do not know what it is. My professional opinion, I know this is going to sound a little risky. Leave the box with me, and I can get it open. Now, I have, he gestures to his wall, many items that I can use to try to open this box. However, some of them take a little while to get up and running. Now, this is going to be an expensive procedure for me to do. It will take me hours of manpower. I will not be able to sell my wares on the market. And I know that you don't have that kind of coin. So, you could do me a little favor. There's a little treat while I'm working on your box.
What do you need us to do?
I would not mind doing a favor at all.
It's actually pretty simple. I just need you to go on out of the desert. I need you to go to a very specific location. I have it marked on the map. It's about 6 days away. Don't worry, I will provide you with water. It is okay. You go to this place, and I need you to get for me a wyvern egg.
You know, when you were saying it was a pretty simple task, I didn't expect that we were going to be stealing eggs from wyverns.
Oh, they're desert wyverns. They're small like little babies. You just go over there, you smack them, you say no! And then you go and you get egg and you bring egg back to me. I take egg, I put it in potion. Delicious potion.
And of course, until then, we maintain custody of the box.
Of course, I would say that you should probably leave it here with me so that I can work on it, but if you want to take it with you, I have no need. Listen, I deal in magical items every day. If I wanted to steal your box, I would steal your box and you would not know that I had stolen your box. I do not need your box. I have everything I could ever want.
Is he telling the truth?
You can roll insight.
I'll
sorry.
roll insight.
Waiting, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
I got a insight 22.
He seems fairly truthful. You doubt there's nothing he doesn't want. There's clearly, like, you don't work every day if you don't have to, unless it's something you truly love. And something tells you that being a merchant is not the only thing this guy would like to be doing with his time. There's a reason he's doing this, but when it comes to your item, he does seem to genuinely not have that much interest in wanting to keep it, and seems more interested in the puzzle of unlocking it.
I have so if we're gonna go on a trip for 6 days, and if we leave
Technically, it's going to be 12 days, and 6 days there, 6 days back.
You're right. This item is important to a Mr. Wallace. Does that mean anything to you?
No, it does. I know who that is. It's just a little, I'm surprised you're coming to me with it. I feel like he probably has, like, a court wizard or something, and it makes me feel kind of special.
Yeah.
We would have to tell him where we're going, why we're going, where the box is, and you might be observed. I don't know.
Oh, please. If people were able to observe Gaia, they would observe Gaia.
You know, perhaps first, we should, and I regret saying this, check in with the big guy.
Yeah, okay, we'll be back. We'll run that errand for you, but we have to get it approved, and plus we have to talk to our old boss and make sure he understands that we're gonna be gone for a while. We can't even be gone that long. We're gonna have to organize some things.
All right, I tell you what. Here, he reaches, like, into a shelf, like, way in the back, and pulls out a little wooden bird and puts it into Vidro's hand. Just speak a message to the bird to let me know that I should start working on it, and I will start working on the box. However, if you want to take the box over to Mr. Wallace first, that's fine. Just put the box in the bird's little feet, and it will carry it here. Unless you want to carry it here, that's easier. I don't get a lot of chances to use my little knickknacks, so if you just want to send a message to me first and then come and bring the box with you, that's also fine. Any way you want to do it. But I don't get to use my messenger bird very often.
I think we'll hold on to the box for now, right? Yeah.
That's totally fine.
And we'll bring it back. Trust me, I'm not interested in holding on to this thing as much as we have to. We'll be back.
All right. Well, I will see you next time. Goodbye.
I shake Geyer's hand before we leave.
He vigorously shakes your hand back.
Okay.
Hold on.
I check his rings.
His rings that he's currently wearing are the ones he put in a box.
I check his ring finger.
He does not have a ring on his ring finger.
Oh.
Sure. As you're shaking hands with him, Vidro, he pulls you closer and sniffs deeply. is that sulfur I smell on your skin. Somebody's been a very naughty boy. If you need any help with that, you know who to call.
I've made my decisions. I've got to see them through for now.
He steps back. Who am I to argue with a man's passions? I am a slave to mine.
Oh, sorry.
Would I know that sulfur is like a negative smell? Like,
roll, I guess, Arcana? Or religion.
I'm Snoopy.
Right.
I'll roll this too.
All right.
Survival.
Okay.
Nature, maybe.
All right, I'm ready.
I got 19.
Aww. Oh, good. Okay, because I rolled a 15.
Those
sorry,
will
a
both.
five.
Oh, 5. Raheem, sulfur smells like eggs.
I hate eggs.
Egg.
They give me the sports.
Gozzler, you know that typically when someone is visited by like a devil, they will like the smell of sulfur will permeate around them for like a few days afterwards.
I look at Arson. I look away from Arson. Huh.
Does Vidro smell like arson?
I hope not.
Are you sniffing them?
No, because I just think
You don't know
like
the
eggs.
relationship. Gozzler, taking a quick whiff of arson and then a quick whiff of Vidro. They do smell like a little similar. Like a little bit.
They
Do
got
I
the same
notice
smell.
Gozzler sniffing me?
I suppose so.
Gozzler, what are you doing? Listen, all because I smell like the sulfur that he mentioned, it's from my glass making supplies.
He's probably hungry.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, that's why it
egg.
smells like eggs.
Rahim gets it.
I think Gozzler kind of has the idea that there's like when one works in magic, one kind of understands that sometimes shit happens, and so I'm definitely gonna like shrug it off in like a way where I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it because it seems like you wouldn't want me to make a big deal out of it.
Okay. You guys leave the tent and Guy behind and begin making your way back to Adam Wallace with a box in tow. That is where we will end today's session. I would go longer, but it's so hot in here.
You're hot.
I think I might
Yeah.
die. I might die
It's
for
gonna be fall
I might,
so soon.
dude. It's gonna be fall so fucking soon, dude. I cannot
it needs
wait.
to be.
It needs to be.
I've hit
Thank
the point
you.
where I decided I hate summer. Oh, sorry.
I love summer. This summer was the least summer I've ever summered.
It was
It's
wet
summer.
but also hot still.
It was wet,
Yeah.
but also hot still. Agreed.
Ducks
All right.
alert.
Well, thank you guys for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. Brock, I will unfortunately have to take my adieu.
That's fine.
Maybe we could Baldur's tomorrow night or something.
Perhaps.
No
I'll be-
worries.
Yeah.
No
I've got-
worries
Yeah,
if not.
But
I have an open house where parents get to come meet me and stare at me and gawk at me.
So fun!
Yeah. So
Baldur's.
true.
I hardly noticed.
All
No,
right.
they're gonna be nice. I like parents. Parents are cool.
They're
Are they?
awesome. We love parents here.
I'm a parent lover. Ask
I thought you were about to say I'm a parent. I was like, you're a what?
I'm a parent. Ask anybody.
Ask
parent
anybody.
reveal.
All
Not transparent.
all four of us are mothers.
So true.
OMG.
And this
And married.
and this podcast has been well, one of us. Well,
Mothers.
mothers. All right. Anyway, that's it.
Mother.
Goodbye, everyone.